Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. This is your boy, Long Term Gamer, aka Dark Trago, aka the Dark One. And with me, as always, is my brother from another, Mr. Redacted himself, Mr. Dave Smith, and my nutty uncle, Mr. SK Moore Hawkins, right there. How you gentlemen doing today on this fine Veterans Day?
What's going on, everybody, guys?
What's going on, man? I did want to take a moment in the beginning of the stream um, just to kind of say some words. As being prior service myself, I wanted to say Happy Veterans Day to everyone who has served or is serving. Um, it's an incredible day. It really is, and the same. It's right on the same level of Memorial Day for me. Because Veterans Day, you can at least look back and you can thank all of your family members or friends or anybody that you know that has served. Um, and even with Memorial Day, you can really look back on the people that you've lost and and really remember them for who they were. And I think the one thing that a lot of people kind of not I think what a lot of people kind of forget is it's it's a day. Veterans Day is a day where it's kind of like you thank the vets, but you also remember the people who have given their life. And I think, I personally I don't think that the day should be separate. Veterans Day is the day for people who have served or is serving, and I think Memorial Day kind of puts the depression into it, and I don't think that it should be depressing. I really don't. Today is a day that you celebrate the lives of the people who are serving theirs, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, um, but I do want to thank everyone who has served. Me and my fiance, we have both served. Unfortunately, our time was cut, but I'll say what a vet said to me. Um, it's not about the time that you've served. It's not about what you did or if you've gone overseas or not. It's the mentality that you're willing. It's the mentality and the willingness to be able to sacrifice yourself for the greater good of this country and for the greater good for the people that live here. And if we can all stay in that mindset, when we think about prior servicemen and women, I think we'd be better off. And I think that there are way too many people out there that look at someone like me or my fiance or a lot of my friends, since we couldn't do our full term, um, that we are not prior service. And I can say 100% that it hurts. It hurts when I'm not looked at as prior service or that I wasn't a soldier. And I really want people to really think about that. And especially on days like today, I think that everyone who has signed up, who put their name on that dotted line for the willingness to sacrifice their life for this country, it is a big deal, and that's what makes you a soldier in my eyes. So thank you to everyone who has served and is currently serving. Thank you to all the people who have sacrificed themselves for the greater good of this country, and that will be all from me.
So
So,
technically, I did too, but I never did anything with it.
what do you mean?
Well, I did sign on the line, everything to do not National Guard, but reserves,
Okay.
and trained with the reserves for like 3 months or something like that. And then because of a situation, I kind of had to leave. I wasn't able to. I never went to basic training or anything like that. So, but technically, I don't really consider myself to fall in the same category, I
Okay.
guess. And regardless of signing on it or not, like, I mean, I trained to be a bridge crew member or whatever in a engineer battalion stuff for the time that I was there, everything. But
I mean,
because it didn't, because it was like really limited, I don't like really talk about it, only because I don't want to take away from the people that have went further and did other stuff. You know what I mean? And actually like went full bore into it.
But you took the
So-
time. But you try. You did what you had to do, and it was just something that came up that prevented that. I mean,
Yeah.
even with me, you know, when I was 19, I tried. I did all this stuff as well. The only issue for me back when was that I'm flat-footed. So
Okay.
yeah,
They
but
disqualified you for that?
hell yeah. The hell, I gotta be on my feet. I mean, you gotta be on your feet pretty much all day.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I guess I never really heard of any cases of flat-footed people, because there was one guy who was flat-footed
Mm.
and that I served with, and but he said that he had to get a waiver for that, so I don't know.
And then also with me being my father's only child, and with me being his only son at that time, that was another
Yep.
issue.
Right.
So
Well, but there's a time frame difference though also between when LT was doing it and probably your friend no too, Red.
Yeah, and you know, I can say that it's been almost 4 years now since I've been out. I can say that a lot of changes have happened in the last 4 years, and it's got to be 5 years now, going on 5 years.
Damn, we're getting old, boy.
right, shit.
Dude, fucking time flies. I talk to my buddy Reyes all the time, and we always reminisce about that shit. And it's like, holy shit, it's been 5 fucking years. And it's crazy to think about, because you know, you meet all these incredible people and then you leave, and I haven't seen Reyes since the day I got him on the plane. I remember exactly how it happened. At that time, I was single, because the girl that I had been engaged to left me while I was in, and we got on the bus, and there was this chick that we had been serving with, and she was leaving too, and we were making out on the bus, and she was in a relationship with somebody back home, so I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, I didn't really give a shit at that moment. And then once we got to the airport, I know I'm a shitty person, but once, trust me, there's worse stories about me out there. When we got to the airport,
That'll be a different podcast.
that'll be a different podcast.
Definitely a different podcast.
But when we got to the airport, we finally it took like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to get there. Oh no, it was like an hour and a half, because we were yeah, it was about an hour and a half. So we were on the bus, and we got there, and I remember that I hadn't smoked cigarettes in however long, right? And I'm like, now that I'm out, I just want to smoke a cigarette. That's all I want to do. Like, I don't really give a shit. All I want to do is smoke a cigarette, because for quite some time I never smoked a cigarette, because I wanted to make sure that my stamina was there, because when I was in basic, I think I ran like a 14-minute 2-mile or 13-minute 2-mile, and like I had a 300 PT score, so like I wanted to stay in the best physical shape, and through basic, they wouldn't let you smoke cigarettes anyway. Now that didn't stop me, because at Fort Sill, the way that Fort Sill worked was your AIT soldiers that were going for artillery, they would stay in your bays, because they don't exactly have their own bay for AIT soldiers. Well, they do, but they don't, because when they were waiting to get into those bays, they had to stay in ours. So I asked him, like, hey, do you have any cigarettes? And he's like, fuck yeah, I do. I'm like, can I bum like one or two off you? He's like, you got $20? I'm like, fuck yeah, I got $20. So I gave him $20 for 2 cigarettes.
Ooh,
And me and my buddy, we went out into the showers, turned all the showers on as hot as they can go, so then the steam would kick up, because when there's steam, the fire alarms detect that it's only steam. That's not actually fire. So when you're smoking, it doesn't get detected by those. So so me and my buddy were smoking in there, and then we actually got caught. We got caught by another soldier in our bay, and he went and told our drill sergeant, and drill sergeant came up to us. I'm gonna take my jacket off and take my hat off. Now we're just talking. Did you smoke a cigarette? I'm like, yes, I did, drill sergeant. He's like, how? I'm like, I did it in the shower, drill sergeant. He's like, do you have any more? I'm like, I have one more. And he's like, I want it. I'm like, okay. Do you have any more contraband? I'm like, yes, we do, drill sergeant. He's like, okay, go get it, put it in this bag, we'll throw it out. Okay. I never got in trouble, not once. And I also, so when you first get to basic training, they'll take your phones and shit. Well, we were on phone detail, and because we had to label all the phones, we had to make sure that everything, all of the phones were in there, and then we had to transfer them into another box, and then so the drill sergeants could put it in. And I remember taking my phone, because I had come across my phone. I took my phone, I slid it into my leg pocket, and when we went to the PX, I got another manila envelope. I wrote my name on it to make sure that they couldn't figure out that I actually had it. So then I was calling my mom, I was calling my fiance at the time, I was fucking calling my homeboys back home. Like, I was fucking
all the fucking rules.
It was great. So then one time they came in on they did not tell us that they were going to do a locker check, which freaked me out, because I'm like, shit, well, I still have my fucking phone. What the fuck am I going to do? So I had taken my phone, stuffed it in my shoe, and hoped and prayed that they would not fucking find it in there. So they ripped apart our lockers and shit. They were screaming at us, fucking telling us that we were fucking pigsty. It was a fucking pigsty in here. They were flipping our beds and shit. And they never once found my phone. So I'm like, okay, now that they're gone and I know that this can happen, I'm going to stick my phone in that new manila envelope. Next time I go on phone detail, I'm going to fucking put it in that box. Because like, I'm not fucking around. And when that had happened, was around the same time that I got caught smoking cigarettes. So then when the drill sergeant asked me if I had any contraband, I said, well, I still have my phone. And I completely forgot. And he's like, okay, we'll just bring it up here and we'll put it in. So I went like 2.5 months with my phone. And I was calling people, I was texting, I was listening to music, like I was doing all this stupid shit that you probably shouldn't ever do, because I could have gotten like an Article 15. So like, I was very stupid about my shit. But the one thing I wanted to do after getting out was smoking a cigarette. So Reyes had called his fiance at the time and said, hey, buy us a pack of Marlboro Reds. And he's like, you want longs or you want shorts? I'm like, I want logs. I'm going to smoke that bitch. So he told his fiance, once we got there, they met us in the parking garage, and I smoked half the pack, he smoked half the pack, and then I waited for 10 hours for my fucking plane. And then I got held up in Dallas, and then fucking, it was fucking insane. But like, I sit here and I reminisce about it, and I'll tell you what, there's not a day goes by that I don't want to be back in. Because the hardest thing for me was becoming a civilian again. Because they break you down so much and they build you up to be the soldier, and it's kind of wrong, but you have this mentality that you're invincible, and you fuck yeah, I'm a soldier, I'm a grunt, or I'm a Marine, or I'm a SEAL. Like you're built to feel like that, and that the person next to you is always supposed to have your back just like you are supposed to have his. So having that mentality is a really good thing. So if you ever think about joining the military, do it. It's a really good life experience. But I can tell you that I had it easier than you would that anybody else would have now, because it went from sit-ups, push-ups in a 2 mile to sit-ups, push-ups, 2 mile, fireman carry, and a bunch of other shit. So I wouldn't go back in now. I wish that I wish that I had that same mentality. And me and my fiance, we always talk about it all the time, because we both have said that if we never met each other and we never got together, we'd probably be back in right now. So so she is probably the main reason why I won't go back in. But the other thing is that since it's been over 3 years, we'd both have to go through basic again, and I don't want to go through basic again. And we'd also have to retake our ASVAB, and we'd have to pretty much do everything that we had to do prior, and right. I just don't want to do that anymore. So I said, fuck it. I did what I could with the time that I had. I'm perfectly content with it. And I look at how the world is now, and I don't really want to do that anymore. You know what I mean?
Question for you.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to get tased or what's that? Pepper sprayed?
That is for MPs.
Yeah.
That's classified
Lauren
information.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. My bad.
Lauren,
don't come get me.
Lauren had to get tased and pepper sprayed, and she fucking hated it. But
we had to do the gas chamber, didn't you?
We had to do the gas chamber, and oh my fucking god, dude! Like you sit there and you think, yeah, I'm a fucking man. I can fucking do this. Like, fucking got this.
Yeah, and then you're like puking. You got snot coming out of your
fucking
nose.
Dude, those. I'm telling you, the videos online. It seems not so bad, because like, yeah, you got snot coming out, you're puking, whatever, and that's only like a certain number of people. Like, not everyone does that. And when you're watching it online, like, you're looking at it and you're like, it can't be that bad. But I'm telling you, it's that fucking bad, because you go in there with a fucking gas mask on, and you stand there in a line, you're pretty much fucking dick to ass to each other, and then you separate, and you have your hand on your other guy's shoulder, on the guy in front of you's shoulder, or the girl. So you put your hand on their shoulder, and the reason why you do that is because the moment that you take that mask off, within a matter of seconds, you cannot see. So you have to make sure that you are anchored to your battle buddy right in front of you. So so when you take that mask off, it's pretty much like getting pepper sprayed immediately. And then, like, you're breathing this shit in, so you try to hold your breath as long as you possibly can, but because the moment that you breathe this in, it's like having a tickle in the back of your throat that you can't get rid of, but like 10 times worse. So then you have to stay in there, and then once you finally come out, you're coughing, you're hacking, everything's fucking running. And I'm telling you, if you had a cold before then, you don't have a cold now. That bitch cleaned your fucking shit out. And because you had snot coming down, tears, your fucking, some guys puked. I was fortunate enough I didn't puke, but one of the main reasons why you would puke is because you're coughing so much that you just end up bleh. Yeah. And they always said that don't fucking eat a big meal beforehand, because if you eat a big meal,
it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, because it will definitely not look the same as the went in. So, so yeah, dude, that sucked.
I joined the reserves when my cousin did, and he went to basic and I didn't, or whatever. But I got to watch the video and stuff because we're in the same engineers battalion or whatever.
Right.
And I would have went to what is it? Fort Leonard Wood.
That's where Lauren went.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She went
Yeah,
to
Leonard Wood.
She went to Fort Lost in the Woods.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other name for it.
And then I went to Fort Sill, and I really wanted to go to Fort Jackson, because when they say relax in Jackson, they mean it. And I really wanted to be I can't remember what it is now off the top of my head. We were just talking about it like 2 days ago, but there's a base 2 hours outside of it's in Tennessee. What's the fucking place in Tennessee? Where like country music is and shit.
Oh, Nashville.
Nashville. Yeah. There's a place. The base is 2 hours from there, so that's where I most likely would have been put in. But unfortunately, like right at the end of AIT, that was it for me, because they caught up, because my back caught up with me, and that was it. So so I have the training. I just never graduated. That's what sucked. And then in the process, lost 5 of my best friends. So that fucked me up right away. And then I had to go through all the breakdown process, and then I had to deal with my friends and shit. I at that point, I was gonna stick it out. That I fought, dude. When I tell you that I fought, oh my fucking god, I fought. I fought so fucking hard, and it breaks my fucking heart that I got out the way I did, because I got out on what's called an uncharacterized discharge for medical reasons. So when you get an uncharacterized discharge, it's 6 months. You can re-enlist within 6 months, or after 6 months of your discharge date. So once that happens, it's kind of this really shitty spot to be in, because it's not a full medical discharge, right? It's not a full medical discharge. It's only for medical reasons. So on your DD-214, you have 4 numbers: 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you have a 1 and 2, you're pretty much guaranteed able to re-enlist. If you have a 3, you have to get a medical waiver. If you have a 4, then you have to get a psych-in and medical waiver. Lucky for me, I got a 3. Same thing with Lauren. My fiance ended up breaking both of her knees. I think it's both of her knees. Both of the balls on her feet, or her heels. I can never get it right. But she fucked up her knees and fucked up her feet, because when she fell off of an obstacle during a training exercise, she landed on both of her feet, and her idea was that she was going to duck and roll. But the problem is that that's not how it happened. She landed flat-footed.
Ooh.
And just fucked her shit up. And she couldn't walk for months, and they were doing physical therapy on her. She was walking and shit, and that was it for her. I mean, so we both got as far, but it just my back caught up to me. I went in for some back pain. They did some MRIs, and that was pretty much the end for me. So my spine is fused to my pelvis, so they said, yeah, you're out, you're done. So, and I fought. Dude, when I tell you I fought, I was gonna be a 20-year man. That was my end game. I wanted to retire, and damn, dude, I was in a good fucking MOS too. My MOS was 15 Tango, UH-60 helicopter repair. When I tell you, man, with that specific MOS, you would train to be a UH-60 helicopter repairer, but then you also had 3 other jobs that you could have: crew chief, door gunner, and co-pilot. And then you train and you do all this stuff for 6 years, and then at the end of your 6th year, you'd be offered warrant officer school. So once you go into that school and you graduate, then you be a warrant officer. And so no matter so you go through the ranks and shit, but like the moment after that, you go to warrant officer school if you're eligible to go, and then you would then come out as a warrant officer only after 6 years. And I thought, fuck yeah, let's do it, because my highest score was mechanics on my ASVAB. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll play to my strengths. And now I'm here. So
And you're still a mechanic.
and I'm still a mechanic, so
There you go.
it's not working on Blackhawks though. It's not working on aircrafts. But
But
I can tell you what,
you still moving forward though. That's the important part.
I'm moving forward, and I'll tell you what, man. Getting out was probably, like I said, the hardest thing that I ever had to do. And even talking to vets now, I was like, I told my situation, I told them about my friends, and they, I'm pretty sure that I have like 10 numbers that I can call now if I ever have any issues mentally. So, which I deal with to this day. It is a really bad thing that we go through, and I also want to say to play to what you were saying, SK. I don't consider myself a vet. I will never consider myself a vet, because in order to be a vet, you have to serve your full term. But I do consider myself prior service, and I do consider myself a soldier. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you go overseas or not. It does.
Yeah.
Some of the most decorated soldiers that you could find right now have never been overseas.
Yeah.
Ever. And that's the thing, is people are so misconstrued over the whole idea of going overseas. Nobody wants to go overseas. I don't care who you are. Nobody wants to fucking do it. And if you're fortunate enough not to go, so what? It doesn't make you any less of a man. It doesn't make you any less of a soldier. Just like my situation.
Yeah.
The fact that I was willing to fight, the fact that I was willing to sign my life away, the fact that I was willing to do everything, it's not my fault why I got out the way I did.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is don't look at somebody who's only been in for a certain amount of time and say that they're not a soldier, because I'll tell you what, I'll fucking smack you in your damn face. You don't fucking say that shit. I ain't dealing with that.
No, that's real. That's just real.
So, but on to the topic at hand. I've been on this for 27 minutes.
Damn near 30 minutes. It's fine though.
Fucking 30 minutes. We got a lot of topics to get through.
It's fine. It is really fine. You know what I'm saying? Today is one of those days.
Yeah, today's a different day. So
yeah.
But onto another topic. A kind of a little on a sour note for me. Jump Force. Jump Force, in case you guys don't know, Jump Force is it's an anime game. You got Bleach, Naruto stuff. You got One Piece characters. You basically just a lot of the anime genre. It's so many to name, but you have a lot of those guys in there. Especially that they got Yugi and Seto Kaiba and stuff like that from the Yu-Gi-Oh series and all that stuff. So Bandai released a statement saying that as of 2/7/2022, they are no longer supporting the game online. The game will still, you can still, if you own it, you can still play it, but you can only play offline. You know what I'm saying? So that online support is done. You won't be able to purchase the game anymore either. They're taking it completely down. And not gonna lie, a lot of people thought that this game would not really do as well as it did. But
what was the player count?
I have no idea. I didn't even look at the player count. But it did, but it was well enough for them to continuously do additional content. So they kept adding different characters. You know what I'm saying? They kept adding story missions and stuff. They kept adding to it. So it wasn't per se what is that game I like to rag on so much? Anthem.
Oh,
Okay, it wasn't like Anthem. You know what I'm saying? Anthem started out great, then it sucked real quick.
I fell into the Anthem trap. The
We all
demo
did.
was.
I
the
can't
demo
even
was
say that it
awesome.
was an Anthem trap.
We all did. We all bought into Anthem, and they disappointed the fuck out of us.
Oh yeah.
I can't say it was disappointing. I think that the end game execution was disappointing. I can't say that the whole game was.
No,
Oh,
the whole game was
launch
fine.
was disappointing.
You know what I'm saying? But the
Right from the
end,
start.
the end game is what was the end game is what killed the game.
I never
There
even
was
got
none.
there.
I didn't either, because the missions, because all of the missions were the same. Period.
Yeah.
But but like I said, that's a Jump Force. Let's say if you guys do not have Jump Force and you guys are a huge anime fan like myself, it's one of those games that I really say that you get, even if you do not play it, it's one of those games that you want to at least have in your collection. Okay. Because
I never played it myself.
yeah, no, it's what I'll actually do. What I'll actually do is I'll actually reinstall it and give you some game footage and everything. I mean, hell, truth be told, you can even look it up on YouTube. Yeah. But it's nothing like seeing somebody like
kind of like ComCon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's not, it's nothing like seeing somebody like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a pro gamer. You know what I'm saying? I don't game 24/7. I have a fucking full-time job. So no
like 9 jobs, don't you?
Ah man. They are 9 and counting. 9 and counting.
Yeah.
But what I will say, because it is all kind of dependent on the player count when it comes down to games shutting down as early as this one, because it came back only in 2019, so it wasn't even that bad. So like it really wasn't that long for something like that to even shut down as soon as it did, because I mean, if you look at like Modern Warfare 2019, it was a very successful game that is still going now. They just don't update the playlists and shit, but the servers are still very much alive.
Right.
There are people that are still playing the game, so like I don't understand why they would shut down the servers next year, especially only being active for 4 years.
And
what I think, people playing Black Ops 1.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's still people that actually play Jump Force. But see, what I read and what I was hearing is that they decided to pull their resources from the game to put it towards another Bleach game.
Well, that's fine, but I mean, if the studio is big enough, you might as well just have a few people still on the game willing to at least.
Come on, we talking about Bandai. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Bandai has so many different. They basically are responsible for so many anime based games. So you got to look at. They do some Dragon Ball stuff. They do Naruto stuff. They do Bleach stuff. They did, if I'm not mistaken, they did something with Sword Art Online. So it's so many. They have their hands in so many different games. I mean, yes, the studio may be big, but you can have a big studio and not have the manpower.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have all of that, and like you said,
a lot of times they'll have like a skeleton crew.
Right.
Especially if they deem the game worth it or whatever because of the player base and like.
So what ended up being the problem then?
Nothing.
So they pulled resources and
it's just nothing.
But okay, so what about the people that have bought the game now? Because if they're gonna take away all online services, is there at least like a bot system?
You can still just play the single player stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like let's say I wanted to play against you online, right? We can't. The online portion of the game will be gone.
Right.
Oh no, it said PvP, but the rank is gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because even what I just read, they saying like the online servers are going to be shut. Like you can still do the normal crap, unless you look at it completely different. Unless you're looking at something completely different, but that's fine.
I think I read the same thing you did.
Huh.
Or at least the first thing that you sent.
I think I had 2 of them. So
yeah. Oh, I didn't read the second one. I read the first one.
No,
But
no,
it said that they were still going to have PvP, but ranked is gone, but they were going to be sunsetting the servers though.
yeah. I mean, but like you said, but you know what I'm saying. But you know, like I said, like even with the article that I'm looking at right now, they just like, hey, you know, I'm gonna play some online matches, but ain't nobody gonna be there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, if you know what I'm saying, but like I said, if you are an anime fan, like if you are a true anime fan, this is definitely one of those games that you may just like I said, even just to have it in your collection. I mean,
I
hell,
got a question.
you.
So as far as the single player, how much content, like hours wise, do they actually have within like a campaign for single player?
Didn't get through the whole campaign. Not even gonna lie.
So from your experience so far in the campaign, what would be a good estimate of how many hours of gameplay there would be without restarting the campaign?
Probably like if you just go through in a day, probably anywhere between 12 to 18.
Oh.
And that's if you playing it on, and that's like if you playing it on like the highest difficulty, okay? And really? you are like an actual completionist, like you want to get everything. Yeah. But if you just speed run, like I said, you can put the shit on easy and probably get through it in an 8-hour sitting. Eight or less.
See, I don't know what the game's running as far as price right now, but for me or whatever, I'd have to
I can't imagine that
anime or not.
It would be much.
See, I don't know, for me or whatever, like if I'm gonna buy a game, and especially because they're getting rid of the online servers and stuff like that at some point or whatever, like I want to buy a game that's got enough content.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Keep me
20 bucks, bro.
I'm sorry, don't hit me again.
$20.
Oh hell no. 20 bucks on what?
The box. So at GameStop, GameStop is 20, Target is 20, PS4 is $16.98 $3.
Okay, so if you want to play Jump Force on PC, you're still spending $60.
Whoa,
that's ridiculous.
That's fucked up.
I mean, look at it like this though. Take off. Look at it like this. On the Nintendo Switch, it is $39.82.
That's fucked up. Why would anybody want to spend money on that then?
Well, and here's the thing, like I said, like this is not me ragging on Nintendo, but this is Nintendo like, hey, we can finally play, let's finally put this game on our system. Let's go ahead and upcharge, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, it's been out on Xbox and PlayStation and PC for a while, but
whoever's handling that account's sleeping.
Yeah, man.
That's what it is.
Because I mean, it doesn't look like it.
They're sleeping.
It doesn't even look like it has that bad of fucking graphics and shit.
No. The graphics are top notch, dude. Like real talk. Like just like even just going through, like, let's say you playing with like Goku or Vegeta or whatever, just going through their transformations is, I mean, they put a lot of detail, and that's why, and it boggles my mind that right now they're like, hey, we just gonna pull all the online, we just gonna pull the content, we gonna pull the online stuff, we gonna shut down the servers. That bothers me.
So what's the chance that they reverse this though?
Highly unlikely, but hey, you never know. I mean, shit. We just, like I just read an article today about how PlayStation is cutting back yet again because of chip shortages still. So, and they supposed to be releasing so many consoles for the holiday, which is right around the corner. But hey,
they don't have any truckers to ship them.
Hey, that's the thing. They should have got that shit together.
And I don't think cargo ships or whatever can store enough food for how long they'd wait at the port to unload.
Yeah. So, it's just, we will never know what goes through these people's minds. I mean, I wish that they would reconsider.
Bird flu. Soggy toast.
Like I do. I wish that they would. You are retarded. Crazy, like extra That's special.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Something.
But
extra special sauce.
But I wish that they would actually reconsider.
They might reverse it, because right now, so you think they put out a press release saying this is what we're gonna do. If they have enough of like a player-based fan base behind this specific game, then everybody's gonna push back and say, "What the hell? I just bought this game 2 weeks ago, and now you're saying you're doing this." So, I mean, I wouldn't count a reversal out because, I mean, I think we've seen it enough times in the gaming industry. You know what I mean?
Of course. But
Until they actually do it, it's not, I don't think it's set in stone.
I mean, maybe.
But then again, I don't know, like, I didn't try it. I was probably playing My Little Pony or something like that instead of playing Jump Force.
See, my whole thing is
I had jokes for that one.
You know, my whole thing is that, you know, I'm listening to you guys talk, I'm watching, you know, a little bit of the trailer here, and it really does suck that something like this could ruin a lot of people, and for, like, I guess you could say career-wise, because I'm pretty sure that there are some people out there that use this as like a money grab type of situation where they're doing it professionally, they're doing it to do all these things and to get good, and they're trying to do all these competitions and they're making money. So does that mean that they just go to a different game and do all that shit? Because it's got to be different mechanics and different controls, and like it's like relearning a whole new game all over again.
Well, they would have to, because they wouldn't have
or they could just do, you know what I'm saying, like how, you know, we have how they have game tournaments. Well, they haven't had game tournaments in the last year or two. They just kind of started doing those again, I think. But
why the fuck would you even start it then? If you're just gonna delete the servers, February of 2022?
I'm talking about face-to-face game competitions, man, where you in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Not the online portion, but you know what I'm saying? They say, like, for example, you go to you know, like Yamacon or Comic-Con, or you go to some com or just a video game, just, you know what I'm saying, you could say we go to E3 or something, they having a video game competition in one of the halls. You got hundreds of people sitting in there watching people play games. Right.
Okay,
now.
so it's 2/7/2022. So this game is going to no longer be practically playable within a certain amount of whatever in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So there's absolutely no reason to buy it on Steam because it's still $60. If you want to buy it for Nintendo, you're fucking stupid because you'd be spending still $40, and then you would be
graphics.
And then on top of that, you'd have to go to the store. You'd have to buy it for $20, play it for 3 months, and you never touch it again.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and what I can say is I can understand, because if their player base is dwindling, if they have all this stuff going on, and that would then make the reason for them to cut the servers, kind of like how with Anthem, because they were seeing a decline in their player base. And then with all the negative comments online, there's really no reason to keep this game going. So their whole idea was they were going to come out with Anthem 2.0, but then they completely botched that idea and they scrapped it. And now the game is just, it is what it is, because the servers are still there. You can still play online and shit, but there's no new content, no new nothing. So what I don't understand is why they don't just fucking do that. Why not just keep the servers live, but just don't release any more content? At least people can at least still play the game for however long until it just dies out on its own.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that won't do that now because there is no extra content.
So here's the active player count. It's 33,405.
That's only 33,000?
Yeah, that's twice as many as Anthem had.
That's it.
Yeah, because they had like 15,900 or something like that, or maybe that was Marvel Avengers, because that was kind of a flop too.
Especially now that they're coming out with fucking Spider-Man, but they're not putting it on any other platform other than PlayStation.
Right.
Well, it's because they own the rights to Spider-Man.
I don't give a shit if they own the rights to my dick. That doesn't mean that it's gonna fucking happen. It doesn't mean it's not gonna go other places.
Well, that took a dark turn.
You see me? You see the shit on my wall? That's where I go.
Completely dark turn.
Yeah, that was a dark turn.
You know, me and my fiance, there is a video of me floating out there somewhere, of me hiding under a black sheet. I'm saying I am one with the darkness. You cannot see me.
Everybody can see you.
Everybody can see me.
Even right now, with you having all black on, we can see you clear.
So, hey, I am one with the darkness. All right,
I don't know.
I take dark shit.
You look
and I
so
make
white. You're almost translucent.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like the poster child of the emo kid. Like,
Damn.
fucking A right, dude. I should just change. I should change my shit again. Just say Casper. Casper, the friendly streamer.
I think you should, I still think you should go with Redactyl.
Redactyl?
The entire fuck.
That can be my call.
No, that's mine.
Oh.
Oh, you get
No, but I'd sound like a depressed.
Right.
I would sound like a depressed hawk. I'd just be like,
You
"Aw."
Be like, somebody
Yeah.
put him out of his misery.
Redactyl's feeling very emo today.
Aw. 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 The weakest fucking call I could possibly get. Aw.
So I mean, that's
Okay,
cool.
man, you sound like you're dying.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, so I mean that's pretty much it as far as for Jump Force. But I do want to kind of get into one more little thing real quick. Forza Horizon 5. That just released the other day actually, and I had a little chance to play it yesterday. Oh my god, the graphics are beautiful. The only thing that I do not like still is the handling for the vehicles. Okay. Now, granted, yes, they have an assist mode to kind of help. I mean, they do have an assist mode to help you navigate as far as, you know, staying on course. You know, so you know the game will automatically hit the brakes for you. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot harder for you to.
Is it open? Yeah, it's open world, isn't it?
Yeah, it's open world. Horizon has always been open world.
Horizon's
Motor,
a phenomenal series, though.
it is. That's why I play it. That's why I keep playing it every time they, you know what I'm saying, bring out a new one. I keep buying it and keep downloading it.
I gotta finish the download for it because the download's not done for it yet. Because I keep pausing it.
Download it yet?
I mean, I recommend downloading it. Like I said, it's open world. Of course, you know what I'm saying, they want you to spend money, and like they want you to spend money on it to get,
they got microtransactions and shit.
yeah, because especially because you get better cars, you get better stuff. You know, I'm really thinking about buying the deluxe edition of the game itself.
Yeah, I was looking at that the other day, like the highest one, because then you get both the first two expansions and
the
car pack and all that
you get
or whatever.
Cars. Like you basically damn near get all the fucking vehicles. So I think it's definitely worth it.
Isn't Forza 5 now gonna be isn't it in the running for Game of the Year?
It just came out, but probably.
Well, it doesn't matter if it just comes out or not.
No, it probably is.
Because with just the graphics that I'm seeing online and already the playability of it and the amount of people playing it already, like it's gotta be up there.
And then here's the one thing, and this was the thing, this was the kicker for me. Like this was what took the cake for me yesterday, is the fact that I'm driving a Chevy Corvette through a freaking dust storm. And because
it's got dynamic
because you're in Mexico, and so you know you're in Mexico, and they're like, yeah, hey, we're gonna go through this storm. It's like, oh shit, cool. And
so you might end up in Kansas.
Careful, Dorothy. So is it the same way with like rain and shit? Does it have like a dynamic weather system?
I haven't gotten to the rain part yet, but like I said, when I did the little intro part, you know what I'm saying, it took you through each different portion. So, you know, you had the street cars, you had the off-road, So you had the Doom Buggy like the little Doom Buggy segment.
Can you now? What about your character? Like, I know that it's a car game, but like,
you can upgrade. You can customize your driver.
The
you can.
characters in the last one were garbage, though.
They were
so freaking generic. Like my character looked like the Unabomber, but without the beard. Like he wasn't even a cool Unabomber. He was like a lame one that looked like a Sunday school teacher.
Because the reason why I asked is because for Need for Speed Heat, they put some serious customization into your character. I mean, not so much as like the face and all that shit, but like they let you choose your character, and each character has its own dialogue. I think they have their own dialogue.
The only part that I don't like when you said dialogue is the fact that you have an English accent.
What character are you playing?
I'm a guy.
Yeah, but there's multiple fucking guys, dipshit.
No. I'm saying those. No, listen.
I don't know. You look like a guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a whole guy. I picked the only. Listen. I picked the only black guy on there. I picked the only black guy up there. Okay, he has an English accent. Period.
Yeah, that's just how it is, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Number one voice pack.
Hey, bro, let me tell you. I picked the only blonde guy up there. I picked the only blonde guy up there, and he's ugly as shit. So,
but here's the one thing that they did. But here's the one thing though. They actually put prosthetic parts in the game,
like arms and legs and
arms and legs.
So if you have a prosthetic, you can now customize your character to have a prosthetic.
Yes,
that is actually kind of cool though.
No, that is dope.
But if you have a prosthetic, wouldn't you rather have a real one? I mean, I'm not.
And then you're talking about me going dark, bro.
I'm not saying anything derogatory towards the prosthetic community. Okay, not by any means, right? But there's people that are in wheelchairs that look at the people that are walking upright and stuff like that and go, "Well, I wish I had use of my legs, whatever." You know, like that would be your like, chance to do that.
Like I understand what you're saying, because like for stuff like that, like I do feel like that does kind of play into the mentality of having a prosthetic, is that, you know, well, I wish that I had the bottom half of my leg, or I wish that I had the bottom half of my arm, so I'm gonna pick my character to have that. Because, you know, at least then in some way, shape, or form, I do. But for the people that have accepted that and that it's perfectly fine with them, you know, it is actually really cool to at least customize your character to look like you then, to a certain extent, to have the prosthetic. And, you know, it's kind of like, ooh, I got a fucking biomechanical fucking arm, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, damn, that look cool. I'm like, shit, maybe I should. I'm like, wait, I don't. No, I can't do that because I don't want somebody playing, you know what I'm saying, against my avatar, and I get out the car and they like, oh, this man has a prosthetic arm, like, you know what I'm saying. Now they feeling bad thinking that I got one.
Right.
Like, no, I'm full, I'm human, I'm whole, man. Like, no,
I'm here, man. I got it.
I ain't missing no parts, okay? Like, I ain't missing nothing. It's all here.
But I mean,
I don't know about that. I mean, I've talked to you a few times. You know?
Yeah, a couple times.
I wouldn't go that far. That's allegedly.
Allegedly all here. I mean, we don't know we can only see your head right now. Allegedly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw 2 arms.
Yeah, I mean, we see 2 arms, but we don't know what's going on in the bottom half.
It's all good.
Hey, man. I've still yet to meet you, so we can determine that later on. But no, like it is actually really cool. I mean, and when I was watching some TikToks over it because they came on my For You page, and like the sheer detail that they put into that game is fucking phenomenal. And if you know, Need for Speed can get their fucking shit together, maybe they can get that kind of detail too. And not to say that Need for Speed doesn't have that kind of detail and it doesn't look good as it is, but one guy, he zoomed in on a screw in the car and you could very clearly see it was a Phillips head screw.
Yeah.
Like it's actually really, really detailed work. Now, what I do want to ask is how would you say that the handling of the vehicles in Forza can compare to the Need for Speed games?
Oh, way different. Need for Speed is like a handicap.
So Need for Speed, as you know, because we play Need for Speed. Need for Speed is more geared towards being able to drift, hit them corners. It's what I'm saying. Whereas where Forza is more realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just hit my brakes. I can't just hit the brakes and get a smooth drift. You know what I'm saying? I actually got to hit the brake plus pull the hand plus hit the handbrake to get some type of a drift. And then even still, if you do it wrong, you hitting the rewind button.
Yeah.
If you do it wrong. So
sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. You know what I'm saying? It's just more realistic. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. They do have the driver assist mode for those of us that don't really want to, go through the whole, all right, I gotta do it like this, or I gotta here's the brake, and here's I gotta use my thumb for to hit A. You know what I'm saying? You got the the actual assist is like when it gets on the map there on the ground itself, there are arrows. You know what I'm saying? Blue means hey, you good. Yellow is basically saying, hey, it's motherfucking caution. Red, hit your brakes because you about to hit a turn. The driver assist itself actually does all of that stuff for you. So once you get to the yellow, it'll start braking for you. When you get to the red, it'll brake for you and it'll help you turn. So
I played Need for Speed Heat. I've played, I don't even know how many of the Need for Speeds or whatever.
All of them.
But yeah, probably. And that's not an exaggeration either. The way I would kind of categorize them, though, is that Need for Speed is almost more directly driven towards kids because of how the steering and stuff is and how it's more of an arcade style. To me, the steering seems really stiff. If you hit the brakes, they're locking up.
Yeah,
and stuff, but everything's almost like a blocky movement, though. It seems like it's real stiff and rigid. Whereas like Forza, you can swing that thing around and do donuts into the freaking field like 6 miles away and stuff as soon as you hit those brakes and turn.
Yeah.
So
if you don't do it right, it's like you have to do everything. It has to be precise in Forza, because if not, like I said, like I was driving a McLaren and I hit a slight turn. It wasn't a full turn, a slight turn, and the back of the car went like this. And I'm sitting here with the controller like this, like, I'm hitting the other way to get it to kind of even back out. But then as I got it evened out, it kind of went the other way. So here I'm going like this with the controller again. Like, what the entire hell? As it's like you said, Need for Speed. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you hit a drift like that. Like I said, it is more for kids. Yeah. It's the watered down version.
Yeah. Well, very diluted. And the graphics really aren't the same either. Forza, I would say, would definitely have way better graphics than Need for Speed would, even though Need for Speed does look good. But I would say Forza or whatever would definitely be more driven towards graphical quality and also playability.
That's it.
But it depends on what demographic you are also.
Yeah. And then, like you said, like with the camera aspect of it is great because you can go into photo mode while you're driving. Like I said, I had a mission.
Dangerous. I wouldn't recommend that.
I mean, no, I wouldn't recommend. I mean, we'll see when you go into photo mode. When you go into photo mode, it stops everything.
Oh. But then you don't know where you are when you're coming out of it. Right.
Now, the other thing is that I don't recommend doing photo mode if you in a race. No. Like if you in a race. Now, if you are going hitting like the finish line or something like that and you're in first place and you want to take this dope ass picture as you cross the finish line, cool. But I recommend it for like certain missions. Like, so there's the very first mission I had to do was I was in a Jeep Compass, I believe it is, like a Jeep hatchback or whatever, and you had to take a picture inside the eye of a storm. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm driving, I get to that part, and it's like, okay, hey, hit down on the directional pad. All right, go ahead, turn the camera. You got to get a good shot. I got a great shot kind of facing the front passenger side, like basically like the front going towards the back of the passenger side. So it was a great fucking shot. It was crisp. It was clean. You know what I'm saying? You saw the dirt and shit flying in the picture.
That's cool, though. We're talking about it, and I gotta load mine up so I can start to download.
I've been trying to download mine, but it won't. But it just completely stops the download.
Mine's gonna be slow because I'm using my stream rig for the podcast. Or it's gonna go slower.
Yeah, and that's probably why I
talking about it.
But that's probably why it took mine the other day. It took 7 hours.
Yeah, but that's because you got like
everything
Uverse or something.
Nah, hell no, I ain't got goddamn Uverse.
Oh,
the hell?
I don't know.
Fuck you.
But let's talk about.
Man.
So Forza Horizon 5, as of right now I'm looking at my Game Pass page. It's 3 out of 5 stars, which isn't bad. But I've been hearing such really good things about it. I think we can all safely say that we're all pretty excited to try it. I know that LT has been trying it, but me and SK, we're definitely going to try it because I've never been a big Forza guy, but I'm willing to try it out. Just like the sheer detail makes me want to play the fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
So and it's it's also cross-platform. So
yep.
If you do have friends on Xbox or something like that, you can play with them. If you're on PC or vice versa. So that's a big win for me. That's a big sellout for me because like I'm like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. It's definitely a game that I don't know if I'm gonna stream it, but if it's good, I might.
I plan on it. Oh,
you should take a picture at the start of every race. The whole grind. You need to take pictures of every car in the game for.
Man, and I meant to mention this too. So with Horizon, basically with any Horizon game, you can be driving. You could just be driving, just cruising, and you can pull basically behind another car and start a drag race with them just for the hell of it.
There you go. That sounds like me in real life.
No shit. I can just pull up, flash my lights twice, and then the race automatically starts.
Yeah, there you go.
No countdown to it. It's like, oh shit, we about to go. Let's go.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you're like 5 miles ahead.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, though, they never do. But a lot of those, they're never just a straight shot, and then you still have to factor in every other car on the road is still going to be there. Them bitches do not disappear.
Yeah.
So people are online. So like in your season, in your season or whatever, in your actual server, people are still online playing. If they're not playing, their bots are playing for them. Like right now, a bot is driving for me right now, and I ain't even know.
Yeah.
So you could be on right now, and my car fly past you, like, oh wait, the hell you on? No, wait, that's just the bot. I'm not on.
So do you guys do you and whoever else has to be friends to be able to see your car, or is that just
No, that's just period.
What's up, Stealth? Good to see you, my dude.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey there.
Why do I feel like my cat is fucking?
He was a moderator on the stream.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do plan on checking it out, but I do want to get to one of our bigger topics.
Of course.
Witcher.
Witcher. Yes, Henry Cavill.
Henry fucking Cavill. The nerd of the century.
Yeah.
Probably the hottest nerd out there, man.
Superman.
Fucking Superman.
Superman.
Boy, I swear to God. Hey.
So,
Boy, I'll whip your ass. Bro, I'm not even gonna whip your ass. Your mother's gonna whip your ass, and then I'm gonna have to whip her ass. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but no, Henry fucking Cavill though. Henry Cavill is probably one of the biggest nerds in the movie industry. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy, during the lockdown and shit, grinded Witcher when
on
he could just
hard mode, like
on
the
hard
hardest
mode.
difficulties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's like I'd never guess it.
I mean, well,
I mean,
he
he's
plays the
Superman,
part
but-
though, so you know what I'm saying. He just want to make
He's-
sure he's like, hell, if I'm playing the part on Netflix, like I'm the shit. I gotta be able to play this game and fuck this shit. Okay, I gotta.
Hey, bro, he's been playing that shit before then. Like
Yeah.
he's the biggest Witcher nerd there is.
Yeah.
Like he just video games in general. So it's
Yeah, I was
actually
gonna say, that's not the only game.
yeah, he's kind of nuts. What are you doing now? God, you're irritating. Go out.
Run away!
What the hell is this?
Run!
I don't even know what this is.
It looks like some paper.
No, it's
Must
like
be a
felt
tag
or
off
some
a
shit.
t-shirt or
I don't
something.
know.
Oh shit, he in play mode. He about to bounce.
I hope he does.
Watch your back.
But no, like it is kind of crazy, cause like it kind of makes you wonder how many other actors are actually like gamers.
Well, there's a few of them actually. Vin Diesel used to play World of Warcraft. Same with Mila Kunis, also.
Really?
Both of them were really heavy into World of Warcraft. The lead singer of Korn, Jonathan Davis, he is also a big World of Warcraft gamer. He played a lot of Xbox and stuff.
Then you got
M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold's a big COD player.
I mean, I could see that. A
like,
lot of
actually,
a lot of
all the
musicians
guys
that I
from
know
Avenged
are.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you got a lot of musicians.
Yeah, a lot of the guys from Avenged are.
Cause like the singer of oh shit, I can't remember his name now. Falling in Reverse. He plays COD and shit. Like he's a big Twitch streamer. So it's actually kind of nuts because when you look at these people and you're watching them and shit, like you don't think that they ever have time for this shit. So like why would they put their time into that? But then, you know, you hear of Henry Cavill, the guy who fucking plays Superman, and like he's over here just chilling playing some Witcher on the hardest fucking difficulty while being Witcher. Like that's probably got to be the fucking I probably am going to get jump stealth. But
I
that's
think
got to
there
be
might
the
be a
biggest
delay on
flex. That's got to be the biggest flex of them all. Like if you like I was Batman or I was Superman. This motherfucker was Superman and he's Witcher and he plays Witcher.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be the biggest flex of them all. He can go to his kids like 20 years down the road and be like, "Yeah, that was me."
Yeah.
I
did
know
that.
it wasn't there. Oh, it wasn't. Watch this shit.
Yeah. Turns on the
Yeah.
fucking show and here he is playing as Witcher.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I was like honestly really interested as soon as I saw that series was coming out because I had played The Witcher on PS4 prior to that, and I kind of already had some sort of an idea what the game was like and stuff. So to see it actually like in real life on TV, I thought was actually really neat.
I expected them to come out with more of like an anime before live action.
No, I mean
He killed that role.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
absolutely murdered that role though. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was that guy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's
Like,
no disputing it. He played that
No.
so well.
Not at all. But what I'm saying is that like, so if you look at like the Destiny side of things, like, so Destiny is planning on coming out with their own series on Netflix. So there's been a lot of talk about whether or not it's going to be an animated series or an anime, or it could be live action. So I'm surprised that for a Witcher setting that they did it live action. I mean, don't get me wrong, Henry Cavill is phenomenal. I mean, he is the role like that. Like there's nobody else could play the role better than him. So like for them to pull that off, like that's a major fucking win. But I'm surprised that they never came out with an anime for it. At least not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, they might.
I mean, they might if
on the TV series or whatever. I would imagine eventually they might move to cartoons or like an animated series.
Because what was League of Legends? I think they got their own TV show, or maybe it was WoW, but they have their own anime. So,
Really?
I think it's League of Legends. They got their own anime.
Has a movie.
I know they.
Warcraft has a movie.
I know that World of Warcraft has a movie that kind of flopped, to be honest with you.
It did.
But like, I think
on Voodoo.
I think League of Legends has their own anime. So like, for all these different companies to start making animes now, like I wouldn't be surprised if Destiny doesn't do the same thing, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Witcher did the same thing, because they could probably make some kick ass fucking anime. Oh. So like, and I don't even watch anime. And I was even, I think I was telling you, SK, yesterday that I want to be an anime fan. Like, yeah. I want to be like Attack on Titans fan, but like, I just can't make it there.
What you mean you can't make it there? Hold on. Wait, hold the fuck up. Time out, motherfucker. Hold on. It is you, hey, no. It's nothing wrong with watching anime, sir. Okay.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with watching anime, so don't twist my words. But I can't
need to sit down and watch the shit. Okay, that's what you need to sit down and watch it. Okay, you want to watch Attack on Titans, right? Just watch the first fucking episode. People get fucking slaughtered from fucking day one. Okay,
watch it. Okay, now here's what I do. Here's what I will say. The one anime that I'm actually interested in watching is Death Note.
Matsume Life with or was it Life with Monster Girls?
No, do not tell him to watch that.
Yes, watch that.
Oh my fucking god. No, do not.
I liked it.
Oh, I'm sure he did, dirty uncle.
I'm about to say right. I'm gonna say, you know why you liked it.
Well, so
but no, like I do like Lauren watched Death Note.
High School DxD.
Oh my god!
I don't know what that is.
Just shut up, you dirty uncles. But no, what I'm saying is that like I would love to watch Death Note. Like I'm actually interested in watching Death Note because I did watch the movie. And I mean, for not watching the anime and not reading the manga and shit, and not like actually like diving into the whole Death Note like series and everything, it was actually pretty decent. Like at least not as an anime fan, I get that. Like I get that I don't have really anything to really base it on. But like the movie itself was actually not that bad for me. I actually liked it.
So go sit your ass in front of your TV and watch Death Note.
Oh fucking dude, my fiance would flip a tit if I said, "Hey, let's go watch a Death Note."
She probably joined you. She probably beat you in
there. That's what I'm saying.
Like, watched it.
Well, she has watched it, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to watch it again. She loves the series.
That's what I'm saying. Like the series was good. I mean, it was long. I mean, it wasn't stupid long. It's not as long as to say Bleach or Naruto.
I will never watch Naruto. Girls. I can tell you that much.
Monster Girls.
Yeah, Dave, just go watch Monster Girls so SK will leave you alone about Monster Girls.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's an anime that I'll have to watch by myself.
Watch it and you'll understand.
Yes, watch it by yourself.
Don't watch it with kids though.
I can't watch it with my fiance. That's going to be the case.
It's not a kid's show.
It's probably not a fiance show either.
No,
so like,
she'll be fine.
That's fine. Yeah, it's just not a kid's show. I would not watch it with kids. That's why,
dude, I'm telling you,
doesn't like it.
If there are some Tiggle Bitties in there, she's gonna tell me. So the only reason why you're watching this anime is because of those?
Well, there's small ones too. Big ones.
Listen.
It's coming all shapes, sizes.
It's titties in there, okay? But see, here's the thing. I'm just give a quick rundown because I have watched it. Okay, it's basically a guy living with female. They're half females, half monsters. Okay, so like the one girl he lives with is she's half snake.
Yeah, and then there's Sue the water one, and then there's
I think it's a bird one too.
Harpy. The
Yeah,
Harpy.
the Harpy one.
Sorry, bro.
Like
Like
name is now.
I don't think that I'll be interested in watching female versions of the Loch Ness monster and Medusa. Okay, like that's not really. Well, Medusa's not really a female version; she just is. But like, I'm not.
Spider Lady too.
Oh, great! Yeah, that's real hot.
Just watch
big titted spiders. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. She's like the sexiest one.
Dude,
of them all.
The next thing you know, I'm gonna see a spider on my wall, and that's gonna be the first thing that pops into my head. Dude, I got big titties? Like, what the fuck? No, but no, honestly, dude, like, I do want to watch Death Note. I've been interested in Attack on Titan just on the hype, and I want to get into anime. Don't get me wrong, I do want to get into anime, but I
will send you a list of nothing.
I don't need your list. You're just gonna send me fucking Naruto and
I'm not gonna send
Dragon Ball Z.
If it's
I'm not gonna send you though.
Send me your
okay?
list.
Listen. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a rundown on some things that are not Naruto, Dragon Ball. Okay.
Well, send me that later. But my whole point is that with Henry Cavill being an anime fan, and he's an anime fan, he's a fucking he's a massive nerd. So I feel like as gamers, like we actually have someone in the community of being a movie star that we can actually look up to, and it's not so much as like, oh my god, I want to be like Henry Cavill. It's more of just like, hey, we actually have a voice when it comes down to being gamers. It's crazy. Like everyone, they always talk about how, oh, you're a gamer? What? There are movies you could do better things with your life. Well, little bitch, I'm probably fucking smarter than you in a lot of this shit, and I probably have better fucking reflexes than you. Like, man, what are you doing?
But it's not just that though. If you think about it or whatever, it also shows that it doesn't matter how much money you have or how much fame or power or whatever.
Dragon Ball Z.
These people are just like us in the stuff that we enjoy also.
Yeah, like it shows it shows the humanity in a lot of these people. And I feel like as gamers, like, yeah, some of us are big, some of us are, we're smaller content creators, but like we tend to not be looked at a lot. And so when someone in the higher end of society, is a massive nerd like Henry Cavill with anime and everything, it really shows the humanity that a lot of these actors and actresses have. Because you even said Mila Kunis, because I'm pretty sure she's an anime fan, and she loves Witcher, and she loves video games, and she loves WoW, and like, so I've never been a WoW player, but I can say that, like, from just being a gamer, seeing people at the higher end of society still play these games that I play, like, it's actually really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's, what I'm saying? But, yeah, definitely. But,
Keep talking. I'll have my headphones in, but, like, I got to see what the fuck my cats are doing.
Wait, we were wrapping this up. Where you going?
I'm still here. I'm still listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is gone.
Yeah, he has left the room.
Here's the reason why he gonna change his name to Casper.
Yeah. See, I'm still here without being here.
there you go.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that most of the people that I play with will probably fucking kill me if I change my name again.
More than likely, I'll be the first one.
Yeah, that's true. I've already told most of you that, like, hey, if y'all are gonna fucking, like, if I change my name again, y'all are gonna punch me in the face, and I'm gonna allow it. It looks like they're not fucking with shit, but I don't know. See me in my shorty shorts.
Identify with the. Yeah, I was gonna say she probably goes back to fiance. Or I could also say nice shorts. Do they come in men's?
Yeah, right.
But gentlemen, we have been on here for an hour and 19 minutes, almost an hour and 20 minutes. So, what I'm saying, just to wrap this up, do you guys have anything extra that you guys want to add? Stealth as gamer, as gaming, I'm sorry. Do you have anything that you may want to add? Via comment or anything. Just say, hey, what do you think about Forza Horizon or the news about The Witcher or anything you want to add. I mean, we can talk about anime. I'm fine with talking about anime. Okay, I give you a whole another 2 hours of anime. Trust me.
Yeah, I ain't got the patience nor the mental, stability for that.
Fun fact: the S in Stealth S Gaming stands for Superman.
Oh,
because he's a Superman.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah,
there you go.
Fact.
But
that is a fun fact. Well noted.
Yeah, man. If nobody has anything else that we want to add to this and everything, and say,
I do want to touch on one thing. Call of Duty. I know on our last podcast, we kind of touched base on it a little bit, but it hadn't have come out yet. So I do want to touch base on it because I have been playing a shit ton. Like that's the only thing I've been playing for I don't fucking know how long. It's really fucking good. It's a breath of fresh air.
Warframe on PC and then abandoned me.
See, but he also did the same thing when it comes down to Black Desert. So like, I kind of felt like it was there.
No, I didn't abandon him. He abandoned me again.
but no,
you abandon people.
What I will say though, hey man, Casper.
So I'm all alone.
Hey,
I'm vulnerable.
All I got to say is Casper. So what I will say is Vanguard is a breath of fresh air. Vanguard, it has a beautiful fucking story. I haven't gotten through all the campaign yet, but I will say that it does have a beautiful fucking story. It's like watching a movie that you have a part of, that you are a part of. Like it's absolutely amazing. The multiplayer, yes, there are things that they need to fix. I mean, it is a Call of Duty, so their spawns are shit. The biggest issue, like I would say that the biggest issue that I've run into is the crashing. I've had my game crash 5 times in a day, and it fucking pisses me off. And every time that it crashes, Activision will then send me something saying, hey, type below and tell us what we can do better. Every single fucking time I tell them, hey, your fucking game crashed again. Fucking fix your shit. And then it'll crash 20 minutes later, and then I'll say, hey, I just sent you a message. Fix your fucking shit, because I'm sick of my game crashing every fucking 20 minutes. So I would say that is the biggest issue. But when it comes down to like the playability and the movement and how everything is, I will say I am excited to see how Warzone Pacific comes out, because that's going to be the engine that they're going to use. And I will say this, Warzone is dying, in my opinion. Like the amount of people that are cheating now, it's astronomical. I hopped on for like an hour and I already went back to Vanguard. Like I couldn't deal with it. And I'll tell you guys what I told my buddy. If this is how it's gonna be, I'm gonna start trying out for CDL tournaments, because I'm not fucking with the whole Warzone cheating bullshit anymore. I can't do it. So if that's gonna be the case, Warzone Call of Duty Vanguard will be the first game that I actually start trying out for CDLs, because I do want to do CDL tournaments. So like that right there should tell you how good the game actually is. Like this is the first game, and it's a World War II game. I fucking hate World War II games. I can't stand them, but they did it so well that it's actually playable. Like it's actually a really good fucking game. And before it even came out, I was really worried about Call of Duty World War II and it being the same thing. And I'm like, hey, if it's the same fucking thing, I'm never going to play this game again. I just wasted $60. But when I started playing the game and I was looking at the attachments, I was looking at everything. Multiplayer, I can tell you, is fucking phenomenal. The campaign is phenomenal. But Zombies does need a lot of work. That I will say. Zombies, it has no wall buys. There's no camo for Pack-a-Punch. There's really no like full Easter egg objective. It's as bare bones as you could possibly make it. So I feel like that was very rushed. But when it comes down to the multiplayer, like they actually put some time and money into that. So I am very happy with it. We'll just have to see kind of how it all works out. But I did want to put my 2 cents in on that and say, hey, this is actually like a really good fucking game.
I want to add something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, every time the game crashes, a hacker gets his wings.
I
Don't
second
expose
that
me like that. No, I'm just kidding.
I second that
Hashtag
one.
don't at me.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it
Hold on.
is not.
Call of Duty Vanguard is being played by cheaters ahead of full Ricochet launch. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did see that, and what I will say is I have not, me personally, I have not run into cheaters as much. Like I have definitely noticed it, because you do see a lot of wall hacks. That's probably the biggest one that I've noticed. But and to be fair, you're not raining on really any parade because I do understand that it is a Call of Duty game, and the fact that they don't have the anti-cheat out yet for it is a big L in my opinion. But like for what the game is and how the game plays and the and how much fun I've been having, I can almost look past the cheating for a little bit. What the fuck are you doing now?
How
God,
much fucking around going on?
he's the most irritating fucking dude. If you fuck with your mom's chair, I swear to fucking God, I'll kill you. Bro, Lauren would kill him if that was going to be the case. But what I will say is that the cheating isn't as bad as some people may think, and it's not as bad as it is in fucking Warzone. I can tell you that much. But what I will say is, yes, the cheating is there, but once I do have high hopes for it because I do love the game a lot. You fuck with my shit, boy! I swear to God.
Suck me into it yet?
I am, but
He tried.
that's only because I do want you guys to experience it because it is actually really good. I would not have put in the time as much as I already have into the game if I didn't, because I hardly ever put time in a Cold War. I can tell you that fucking right now. The only thing that I ever put time in a Cold War was zombies. Zombies was actually decent, but the multiplayer and the movement and shit, that it sucked. I couldn't stand it.
That was a fan favorite because I went back to Black Ops 1.
Which is great, but they could have fucking they could have did so many fucking things with it, dude. But the way that they made the game just absolutely sucked. I mean, zombies was phenomenal, don't get me wrong, but multiplayer sucked. It made everything so much harder, and it was clunky. It was just it just didn't feel right. But when Warzone came out and them using the Modern Warfare engine, obviously with some tweaks, it feels so good, and like this is a big W for them. It really is. So if they can continue that, I'm in. So
yeah, minus the hackers.
Minus the hackers, obviously.
But that's the biggest turnoff for me. I don't want to deal with that. You know,
guys, I think today will be the day that I kill my cat.
Well, hey, that's what's up.
No, I'm just kidding.
all right,
But
kitty.
but yeah, I think that's kind of wraps that up. We kind of got through everything we wanted to get through today. So
With some extra content.
With some extra content, me and fucking LT arguing about anime and shit. So, but send me your list. We'll talk and shit.
Yeah.
Matsume. That's the only one on my list.
No.
Yeah, you have to watch that first, and then go to watch whatever anime you want to after.
How about I watch Death Note, and if I'm still on my anime bandwagon, I'll check it out.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Long Term Gamer, aka Darth Trago, aka the Darth One. I said with me as always is my brother from another, Mr. Redacted, Mr. Dave Smith, and our wacky uncle, Mr. SK Mohawkins. Mr. Mohawkins, go ahead and take it away, sir.
All right, thank you for stopping in. Like, subscribe, watch it again, show your grandma, show the kids. We're family friendly for the most part, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you,
Allegedly.
everybody, for stopping in. Stealth S Gaming. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate you. Always
Appreciate
a
you,
pleasure
sir.
to see you, my dude. We need to catch up again one of these days. All right. Thank you. This is Next Gen Podcast. Cacao.